Check. Alright, so it's coming through clear here. Which is fine. I don't care. Just making sure the link doesn't go. Actually, mute that joint for now.
Yo. Oh no, it's no big deal. It's no biggie. Oh, I'm sorry about this thing over here. Like what? Look at this. Hello, hello. What's up? How you doing? I can go into my thing too. If you need me to adjust my levels on my end, I can do that as well.
Well, let
Hello, hello.
me record it now and see what we dealing
Hello,
with.
hello, hello. Wait, now I don't look like now I'm in the green. This is good. This looks good.
You might
Hello?
hot. Hold on. Let me turn you down my end. Go ahead.
Hello, hello, hello. This looks like I'm in the area that like it wants me to be in. You know,
Okay.
I can probably yeah. Because
Okay.
this way I can talk comfortably and it'll be the right volume. But let me see if I talk real loud. Is it gonna clip? No, it's not.
So click through. Let me see. Talk again for me.
Now it looks good. It looks right.
I just
Hello, check check. 1 2, check check.
I gotta hear how it's coming through OBS. So
Okay.
not necessarily
Check.
Zoom.
Yeah. Check
Uh,
1 2. Doritos. Check 1 2, Cheetos.
Doritos is insane. All right. Let me
Check
see.
1 2,
All
Oreos.
right. Let me check the.
Check 1 2, burritos. Check 1 2,
Hold on.
tacos.
I gotta mute you real quick, Kev. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I just want to make sure so we don't have another whatever like last time.
Yeah.
Click through. Let me see. Talk again for me. So
Okay.
not necessarily
Check.
Zoom.
Yeah. Check 1 2, Doritos. Check 1 2. I kind of like this
Doritos
thing
is
over here.
insane. All right. See,
Check
like
1 2, Oreos.
in my ear. But matter of fact, it's because it's OBS. All right, hold on. Let me see. Let me do that. Let me do that. Let me stop being a jerk. And give you some love on OBS. Go ahead, Kev.
What now? You need to talk?
Yeah, I need you to talk. Yeah,
How you doing? What's going on? How we doing?
I'm
Check
good,
one.
man. Oh, there we go. There we go. Let me
Check
cook it.
Tostitos.
Now we cooking. Now we cooking.
Check
Now we
nachos.
cooking. Now we cooking, man. All right.
All right.
Let's make sure that this is going crazy. This is going crazy. All right. I'm already streaming, so let me. Dude, do you see how much work goes into the sound and the video? I can
Oh,
do this. I can do this, Kev. I can
dude, you
put
can work
this.
the NFL.
I can work the sound, man. If it gets nasty enough, I can work the sound. But thanks.
I am.
Let me do my intro real quick, Kev, so I can start the
Okay.
pod. Uh,
Okay.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the EDC Podcast. Well, showing up to an episode of the EDC Podcast. It's usually at the end. Well, welcome back to another episode of the EDC Podcast. There we go. There we go. Welcome back to another episode of the EDC Podcast. I'm here with Kev Savo that y'all saw in my vlog. If you watch my vlog, y'all saw it on the vlog. Kev said he was going to be here. Here he is, finally, Chief. Finally, I feel like you've been ducking action, Kev.
What? You call me every Wednesday. I told him.
Oh yeah, you
I
do
said,
teach.
listen here. I teach on Wednesdays.
He does teach on.
And then he
Wednesdays.
calls and texts me every Wednesday. Yo, you free to do the pod? No.
He does teach on Wednesdays. I'll take the L on that. I'll take the L on that. But it's good to finally get this going. Even when I did it with Jeremy last time, like the sound wasn't proper. But I'm glad I just figured out what it was. It's just that in my headphones, it's too loud. Like you're blasting, but I think I could. Matter of fact, I can just turn it down.
Yeah, turn that.
I can turn you down. I can turn you down. See, it's my gaming headphones. That's the problem. What's up, Kev?
Dude,
we finally on a pod, man.
Now I love podcasts, and I enjoy yours. I watch yours regularly.
Oh yeah, Kevin's number one, other than Brittany. You're my number one watching. No lie.
I got to be the number one commenter.
Definitely number one. No. Well, post live, you are, but I do be having people in on the live chat. People be chatting it up with me.
YouTube does you wrong by not putting that. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
what do you mean?
Instead of showing the comments, the live comments, it just shows the ones afterwards, so you don't see all that engagement.
Yeah, that's true. I think it does show it though. If it's a live stream, it'll show it on the side. Like if you go watch my video now, you can turn on the comments. I think, unless I can just see it on my end. I could be wrong with that.
I think you have to click it specific.
Yeah, probably got to turn it on. But anyway, Kev, I gotta introduce you again because last time we did the podcast, me, you, and Jared, it was lost and
we don't talk about that.
It was
that
lost.
Never happened.
We don't talk about that. Yeah, it was lost in translation. So Kev, I met Kev playing drums at church, basically because I started playing at this church in Camden, not too long ago, probably like 3 years ago now. Oh, that's pretty long ago now.
Yeah, that's a minute.
Yeah, probably like 3 years ago now. Started playing at this church with L, my boy L on keys, and he brought me in. And it was another guy he brought in, Jeremy Sabo. Y'all saw him on the other podcast he did. He's the one living in Hawaii right now. Jeremy brought in his brother, Kev, complete bass at the church. Kev is my guy. Kev's the most cool-headed person I know, low-key. Most cool-headed person. I gotta tell you, and I heard anger stories about you. But I haven't seen it. Well, I have seen a little bit of it, but it's justified. It's justified anger story.
I told you. Sometimes I get passionate. Because sometimes I really want things to be a certain way.
All right.
Or people, you. I mean, you saw the little bit of my heat.
Yeah.
It tends to have to do with trying to strive for greatness.
Yeah.
And
which I understand.
That's when the heat comes out.
Yeah. I definitely which I understand. I definitely get that. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's anger. It's definitely passion is a great way to say it. It's just funny. It's just a funny way to say it. But passionate is a great way to say it. But
that's that's what we say about ourselves, Italians.
Facts.
We get passionate.
But,
you've seen all those movies. They're not angry.
No,
they're just passionate.
No, they're pretty angry, bro. They're pretty angry, bro. Joe Pesci's been angry my entire existence.
Joe Pesci's the
I
best.
love it though. I love everything he does in movies. No lie. But
except My Cousin Vinny. My Cousin Vinny
is hilarious.
Oh, that's one of the best movies.
I love that movie.
Yep.
So Kev,
my biological clock is ticking. She's the best.
Marissa Tomei. I was in love with her. That's her name.
Oh yeah,
I was in love with her when I was a young boy.
Oh man,
love. You couldn't tell me nothing about her.
Oh,
To this day, on Spider-Man, she's cool.
Satira's not going to come after you for that,
No,
is she?
no, not at all. Not at
No,
all. I'm allowed.
no.
I'm allowed to say Marissa Tomei is an amazing looking woman. I'm pretty
You
sure.
are you
I'm
allowed to
pretty
say
sure
that?
I'm allowed.
Okay,
I'm
we'll
pretty
double
sure I'm
check.
allowed. We'll double
We'll
check.
get that figured
We'll
out.
double back on that. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
we're gonna have to confirm that.
But Kev, give like a
Yes.
slight intro. You want to do like a music thing, or you want to just like talk it out?
I don't know. You always have like little prompts that you do, right? You write stuff down.
No, that's like a hit thing on the show. Like I never write stuff down.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's like a. Well, I try to. My goal is to do so. I'm sorry that I'm not looking at the camera the whole time. I'm like moving stuff around.
That's okay. You got
Trying
stuff
to
to
get the
me.
comments up. Yeah, but
Yeah, yeah.
my goal is to do that, but it never comes around to it. It always comes around to like, dang, what's been going on? But this is why I've been bringing people on so I could be like, oh, this is that guy. But me and you we have talks all the time, so it's like I'm down to just talk it out, Kev.
You know, speaking about being on the internet, like you have a approach to it where you just want to you seem to want to kind of put everything out there and as like is it as a documentation?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've always been a little bit hesitant about putting myself out on the internet.
Yeah.
Because it's like I don't know, I like to meet people in the flesh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like and have them gain an impression of me through just my own personal way of presenting myself,
right.
and to be able to kind of feel out who the person is and meet them somewhere where we can both be at mutually.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then like if I was putting a whole lot about myself out and people were gathering an opinion on me based on what I said on the internet.
Yeah.
Then that whole meeting experience is of a different sort.
Oh, because they already have like something they're going off of you saying?
Right. They already have some kind of idea of who I am.
Okay.
And I think like and I've tried to open up though because I feel like there is a downside of that.
Which is of like your approach to it, you saying?
Yeah, no, there's a downside to my approach. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a downside to my approach because I'm always building everything kind of from scratch, new relationships.
Yeah. As
so
you
my
should.
But at the same time, like I don't give myself the opportunity to have my reputation precede me.
Oh, okay.
I don't have the opportunity to lean on my internet clout. to like if someone, you know what I mean? Like if I don't have like a wealth of documentation. I do from Beard Fest and stuff.
Yeah.
They document it.
Well, y'all body those videos from like the festival and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, those videos are insane.
Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, no, there's a team on that. There's a team.
I can see it. I see the team. I see the team in full effect on that whole thing. Cause like y'all body that. But like what you said about the documentation approach that I take toward it, like that you hit the nail on the head. Like that's my whole approach to it. Is that I just wanted something to be able to look back on and be like, oh dang, that's cool. I did that. Like even like my vlogs that I'm doing from now on, I basically mapped out that I'm gonna do at least one every week. With that new like life I took on like vlogging, I was like, oh, let me make an intro video. The intro video is just like a collage of like past videos that I did, and like just making that itself, it was so cool to look back. Like, yo, it's all these shows coming from, like, oh, Baltimore, Mexico. Satira on the jet skis, like stupid stuff like that. And I'm like, yo, I did document all that stuff. Like, that's cool. Yeah, I documented everything.
The funniest one was from Jamaica, I think, where you got sunburnt.
That wasn't Jamaica. That was
Mexico.
That was Mexico.
Mexico.
That was
Mexico.
Second Mexico trip. I got
I watched that video, and my favorite part was like, you were like, you gotta eat the burger or something like that. I was like, what?
Burgers. Yo, I'll tell you, cause like we were starving, bro. Like the food was fine, but you know, like in America, like the food is like super like fatted up, sugared up. So we got over there, we was like, yo.
It was plain.
The apple juice is like, I was like, yo, apple juice is my favorite. Give me that. It was just like brown water, like legit, like just apple, like apples was just sitting in water, and they just was like, yo, that's apple juice now. That's how it was.
Tea. It was like apple tea.
It was like apple tea.
Put some apple in there and call it juice.
Yeah, it was like, and they tried to put, it was like cider. They tried to put in there, and it was like, yeah, it's all apple juice. That's the apple juice. And it's like, this is not the apple juice, bro.
It's not the apple juice.
That's not the apple juice. It's apple water. But like, we was going through that at the resort, and like, all the food was basically like that. So when we went to the water park, we finally found some like good burgers and fries. So I'm just looking at Jay and Satira, my boy Jay and Satira. I'm like, yo, the burgers, Sprite. I'm all in. I'm all happy because I'm like, yo, we could not find no food over this job. We was struggling out Mexico.
What about the quesadillas and all that?
They didn't have them. Or if they did,
that's not real.
If they did,
that's just American Mexican food. It's not real.
I'm sure they have quesadillas in Mexico, but like where we was at, we couldn't find no good Jones. Where we was at, it was all Italian food.
Oh, okay.
It was
good.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
You don't like Italian?
I love Italian, but that wasn't no Italian food. It was just Italian food. If you catch
it was
my
like
drift.
Sparrows at the rest stop. You seen that?
I did
it's
see
like
that.
It's Italian food.
It was like
rest stop Italian food.
It was like, yo, imagine you make spaghetti, and the only season you put in there is like maybe a little bit of pepper and like tomatoes and stuff. It's just like, yo, I'm cool. I'm so cool off of this food.
Dude, I'm Italian, but you also know I'm vegetarian.
Big vegetarian.
When I became vegetarian, my mom,
yeah,
she tried to pay me out of it because she was so sad I wasn't going to eat her chicken cutlet anymore.
Really?
Yeah, she tried to pay me. She's like, I'll give you $10. You gotta give me
The low payoff is crazy.
And then I was like, no. Well, this was back in like the year 2000, so that was a lot more money.
No, Kev, it's not. That's a life change. Change.
Back then, I could buy like 5 decks of Pokemon cards.
Oh my god! Oh wait, once you turn vegan or vegetarian?
A vegetarian at 10. So it wasn't 25 years ago. It was 20 years ago. It was 20 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm old.
At 10?
10.
Damn, what made you go vegetarian at 10?
Now I'm gonna destroy my legacy here, but don't you remember? Didn't I tell you that there was a dog loving contest?
Dog loving contest
between me and Jessica Rubin, who low key had a crush on me in 2nd grade, but this is 5th grade.
Okay.
So we're competing to see who loves dogs more. It was like a joke.
Okay, all right.
But at the same time, it had me reflecting on my relationship with animals.
All right.
With animals.
All right. I'm feeling it.
And you know how I get.
Yeah.
I get all crazy about stuff. I can't stop thinking about it.
You just go off.
So I ultimately pulled the plug and I said, that's it, no more. And then my grandparents, like I said, offered me $10. Then they offered me $20. Then they offered me $30.
Now we get big money. That's big money.
Now they offer me $40. But I was resolute at that point.
That's big money right there, Kev.
That was big money back in those days.
For sure.
I could have got 2 video games for that. You remember? You could get video at the GameStop for $20.
And the used Jones. I used to
the
get
new.
No.
New was 20 in my day.
New was 20 in your day?
20.
Well, I'm 2 years younger than you.
Yeah, but I'm old.
Oh, get out of here. I used to go to the used bin. At GameStop and grab all the games. Because they were like $5 and some stuff, like $3, $5, some stupid stuff. And grab the cheap Jones.
Yeah, but you know how I know I'm older than you?
What?
Because you don't remember those little pocket handheld football games.
Handheld football games.
Remember, I was like, you remember those handheld football games? You were like, nah, you're old.
Oh, did I say
Pastor
that?
Mac remembered. Pastor Mac remembered.
Well, he's older than both of us.
He's an old bull.
Maybe you. I mean, you was with Jeremy though. Jeremy's how old is Jeremy than you?
He's 32. He's 2 years older.
Oh, that's 4 years older than me though.
Don't I look pretty young though? Come on now.
Kev,
it's probably the
it's not only you look at, you are young. 30's not old.
I got a kid. I'm old.
I mean, you do have a kid, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's facts. No, I got in. I hear Satira in the background, so hopefully she don't throw something at my head. I got in trouble if don't say anything. Throw my business out there. Yeah, she's
I'm not.
mad.
Oh
Huh?
no.
Yeah, she's mad.
Take that.
Well, not on here. It was on a vlog. I think she's more so mad that it was on the vlog. So,
Did you take it down? You took
yeah,
it down?
yeah. It was the update video at the beginning of the year.
Oh.
Did you see that one? It was like short. It was a short update video. It was just me and it's me here in my game room, and I
But
was just
you had it on the most recent podcast, the last one before this.
Yeah, but I don't think she listened to that, Joe. Oh,
Oh my god.
here she go right here. Hey, Satira.
Hey, what you doing?
Talking to Kev, doing a podcast.
Interrupted.
Yeah, I text you and everything.
Satira, before you go, don't go. I heard we were gonna get you in the choir.
Hello.
Kev said he heard we was gonna get you in the choir. It wasn't from me. Don't even look at me like that.
I think we all read into it.
They all just read into it.
No, thank you.
We need you in the choir.
She said very lightly, "No, thank you." Can you shut the door?
Brutal.
I know it is brutal, but what was I saying? Oh yeah, it was on the last one now. I got headphones on by the way, Kev.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on the last.
She can't hear me. She can't hear me.
She can't hear you at all. It was on the last one.
Okay.
So,
we'll cut this part out of the conversation. We'll cut that right on out.
What, this one? This part? Nah,
Yeah,
it's fine. Nothing was said.
That's how we get in trouble.
Nothing was said. I don't do trouble, man.
Yeah.
I don't do trouble. But nah, that's tough though. Games back in the
Yeah.
day was that.
Yo, I've been thinking though. I was still thinking about the topic about sharing yourself on the internet.
Yeah.
Were you always that way? Like not worried about it? Just like put yourself out there?
Well, I know I always wanted to just be like just have something. And you can kind of get lost in you can kind of get lost in that space where you just want to have something and then you put bad stuff out and it's like it'll kind of do more damage than good. But me, I always wanted to like I don't mind the bad stuff. Like I always wanted to see what I did. It gives me a good sense of courage and like let me tell you this. I used to have crazy stage fright. Right? And then how you gonna have stage fright being a drummer, number one.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it's that, and then it's like I had crazy stage fright, and then my freshman year of high school, I'm playing drums in orchestra and everything like that, playing drums and marching band for like football games and everything of that nature. My sister graduates my freshman year of high school. That same day there was a talent show at the high school. And me and my boy was gonna play drums at the talent show. The announcer he's announcing everybody at the talent show. For whatever reason, he walks off the stage when our turn comes up. I don't know where he goes. I think look like in past, like looking back at it, I think he went to go like do something with the mics or anything or something like that. But like he walks off when it's time to announce me and my friend to go up and play drums. So it's my student body who's just sitting in the crowd, and I'm just like, yo, he walked off the stage.
Were you standing up there getting ready to play?
Not yet, but like I'm like, yo, the crowd, like here's the thing, my instincts of crowd work started to take over where it was like, all right, the crowd's getting kind of hasty. No one's on stage right now. It's kind of, and the show's kind of falling in shambles. So like, my mentor was just like, oh, either we go to the drums, not say anything, and just start playing. That'll be super weird. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, dang, somebody got to say something. So I go up to the mic, complete stage fright. I'm like, I have to. Otherwise, it's going to be weird that two boys just got on drums and start playing. So I had to go up to the mic, look at my student body, and go, hey, my name's Ian. This is my friend Derek. We're going to play drums for you guys in front of the whole class. And I was just like, yo, no. While I'm talking, I'm like, no way I'm doing this. Thank God the lights are so bright in my face. I can't see
Yeah.
anyone. But I know they're there because I can hear them. Like, somebody literally went, yelled from the back, y'all gonna do what? Y'all playing drums? And I'm talking back to them, which I shouldn't have did. I should have just been like, all right, let's play. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna play drums. They're like, what, like a battle or something? And I'm like, nah, not like a battle. I'm like, yeah, having a full on conversation to do a talent show that I shouldn't even be conversing with. Like, and so like I had to do that moment right there. Like we ended up playing a talent show. It was trash because like we didn't do sound check. We couldn't hear the music that was playing or anything like that. But like we got through it. But the moment of me having to step out and talk to my student body and go, yeah, my name's Ian blah blah. I'm going to play drums. That right there gave me such a strike of confidence because it was like the stage fright was automatically gone. Like it was like no matter if I got stage fright or not, it's gone. It has no effect on me. It has no meaning or anything like that. So my stage fright went right out the window. So
seriously, all the way till now, never again.
All the way till now, to where it's like,
Wow.
I may get nervous for a gig that I'm not prepared for, which is a rarity. Like if I'm not learning songs, I'll always learn my like music, but that would be the fear right there. It's like, dang, am I gonna mess this song up? Not necessarily. I got to play in front of like. I don't care if I had to do a gig in front of 1 million people. It's like I know how to do my gig. I'm gonna have to do the gig anyway. Like the stage fright is gone. So that leading into like me sharing stuff online is just like I've always had that want to. I made this. Here you go. Everybody can look at it. Like that.
Dude.
That's what gave that to me. So like I don't mind it. Like Satira's like you to where she doesn't necessarily like putting stuff up or whatever the case is. Like she talked a big game. Like she wanted a YouTube channel like to do makeup and stuff. But come crunch time, I'm like, yo, what you want to do with the makeup? You want to start recording yourself, blah blah. She's like, nah. Like she doesn't want to. She's just not that type of person, which is fine. Me, I'm the total opposite. I'm like, yo, if I find it cool or like if I find it a good creative process and documenting it, then I'm down. I'm down to do whatever. I'm down to record and put it up. I'm down to record a whole album right now on GarageBand and put it up if I'm able to put it together for it. Like there's no halt in my wanting to put something out there. That's where my thing comes from. So
I can only imagine what that's like because I've always been because I make stuff.
Yeah.
Very revealing of. I look to music, especially like my creatives, my artistic side.
Yeah.
And I use that as an outlet for all the stuff that doesn't usually get said.
Okay.
Maybe you don't have it because maybe you always put it out there, but for me there's a lot of simmering stuff under the surface. This is kind of psychological, a little bit deep. But no, there's normally like certain things, even my joy, like my silly side or whatever. Yeah. I don't tend to share that. In certain instances, I'm like, this is a good enough version of my like silly happiness. I'll share this.
Okay.
Or like in Out of the Beard Space, the band with Jeremy, with the videos we were talking about.
Yeah.
We would play back in the day. Like I never wanted to play shows because we would do these songs that were about like all my like dark feelings and like.
Okay.
Or like personal experiences. They're like diary entries for me.
Gotcha.
And then like to make that public was challenging for me.
I guess my question to you would be like, why make it a song then? Is it just for you?
I don't know. It's hard to say. Like it's almost like a cop out to say that it was just for me because no, I intended to share these things, you know.
Yeah.
In the creative process of writing a song, for me, I feel like there is a desire to share it. There is a desire to communicate.
It has to be one.
Yeah.
Why make it otherwise? Because I get the idea of like creating just for yourself, but I feel like as an artist, which every musician or any artist, period, across the board, as an artist, I feel like that need to create is damn near married to need to have it shown to someone? Do you think so or no?
I don't know. I struggle with it a little bit.
Really?
I mean, one of the main reasons that or one of the main things that I get out of the songwriting process, I think in the past, I think there was maybe a little bit of a sense of identity in it as being an artist.
Yeah.
But I think more importantly than that is the experience of making something and then listening to it and like having it heal you. But then the thing of sharing it and like doing what you need to do to like put a band together, because a lot of the things I made have like that are my own things that I made them by myself, like without a band or whatever.
Yeah.
They're like in order, I know especially at this age, like in order to get a band together, you have to like have a show. And I experienced that through my adulthood. Like I didn't understand that earlier on. I was like, can't we just play?
Yeah.
Like, why do we need to have an audience? Why do we need like my favorite time is rehearsal.
Oh yeah, you mean like now at the church or like this period?
In general.
Okay.
And sometimes like I don't know, the pressure of like trying to get up there and be worth something. That's one of my favorite things about church actually. Like that pressure to like be an entertainer.
Yeah.
And that spotlight on you.
Yeah, it's kind of gone. Well, it's all gone.
It makes it so I kind of like, instead of doing my art, I'm like afraid or I'm worried that I'm going to say something or I'm going to do something that's going to, or I'm not going to earn my paycheck or whatever it is, or whoever it is.
Are you saying that feeling's gone or it's there at church?
No, at church is the best environment I feel like I've ever been in.
Right, but are you saying that's because
in that regard?
Are you saying that's because the pressure is there or the pressure is gone from there?
Because the pressure is totally different. The attention is up. The attention is to a higher power. The attention
so it's not on you. I'm just trying to get that clear. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's basically it. That's what it is. I was gonna say that because like there is no pressure to perform at church. There's just us serving there. Like we're legit serving there. There's no pressure. There's no anything because it's like we like as musicians already, we're gonna do what we gotta do to make sure that it sounds good at least. But
yeah. Oh, I care a lot about that. You know I do.
Exactly, at least. So the pressure there is gone, and then like you said, just the pressure of I hope the show does well or whatever. That's not there at all. Like it's totally gone, which is clutch.
But yeah. Then sometimes you'll hear. Sometimes LJ will be like, "Let's play this like we're on tour." Like, oh my god, I can't do it.
Well, I get what you mean like that. Just like just energy wise, which is cool to bring that in. But like, I don't think he means as far as like the. Well, you know that. You know what I mean as far as the pressure and everything.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, just the energy wise, yeah. Sometimes it's kind of like to jazz it up. But like church, you know what's weird? Church is kind of like. I saw my cousins and them talking about it the other day on his podcast where it feels like. That energy is mixed so crazy with church right now, as far as the musician's point. Like the showy to church is like, it's getting so interlocked right now where it's kind of messing everything up.
It's
low-key sad.
We were talking yesterday.
Yeah.
That song you showed me that was ridiculous.
Oh, what was it? It was
and there was all that stuff in it, but it wasn't
what is that? Gain the World. Gain the World is fire.
I mean, it just barely touched showiness there at the end. Barely. But most of the time, all that stuff, it's just a difference. It's hard to, it's the oil. It's so
good. That's what we call tasteful allotness. I'll call it. I'll make a word up for you. Because that's just like you said, it sounds like it should be showy, but it just feels so good. It feels so good to run a song like that. Like Gain the World is everything.
And then there's those types of performances where it's like there's a lot of lights, and it's all dramatic.
Are you talking like Heel
I'm
stuff.
talking about when it is showy. When it is showy.
Okay, all right.
Versus like you watch those old Hezekiah videos.
Yeah.
I'm just talking my personal taste.
Of course.
And it's a big ass choir.
Yeah.
And all it is just people just playing music.
Facts.
With soul and community and purpose. Not look at me, look at this, let's sell some tickets.
Yeah.
You know?
I love choir music. That's probably my favorite genre in gospel.
I know it is. Yeah.
Choir music is so cool to me, man. Cause it's not no one's standing out. Everyone's a part of the band at that point.
Yep.
Like choir music is everything to me, man. Everything.
And I love the values that are in that. And that's one of the things I always said, like the musical values at church, for the most part. I mean, we're not flawless beings, but for the most part, compared to what I was used to, that the peak of it is that you're part of a congregation who's putting your attention upwards, not everybody look at me.
Right.
Everybody's looking upwards. No one's the focal point. There's no human in the room who's the focal point of attention.
Facts. There is importance though. I'll let you go ahead, but there is an importance.
No, you go. Because
there's no one that's the focal point, but without saying, it still needs to be held, or what's the word I'm looking for? Conducted at a certain point, to a certain degree.
There's leadership.
There's leadership, yeah.
There's leadership.
Yeah, facts.
But that leader is not, it's not the same as if it's a rock star. We're all here to see we're all here to see Kanye be Kanye, or we're all here to see whoever. Mm-hmm. Even the pastor, like you always say, like it's like don't worship idols.
Don't worship idols, yeah.
That's the part of the ethos. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yo,
you go for a while. I've been going for a while. What you got?
No, it's a solid combo. You know what I've been looking at recently? Just like sins in itself.
Yeah.
So like me and Satara had a combo yesterday where it was like we basically was talking about a situation where it led into like pornography and everything.
Dude, I'm on this topic.
Are you on this topic right now?
I'm on this topic.
Wow,
I'm on it.
All right, let me say.
So you go. I'm with you. I'm here.
So we're running through like that comment. We were just talking about that scenario, just pornography. Just leave that at the center of it. But like it had my mind racing to where like I had to talk to Jan yesterday because I'm like I wasn't. It's not that I was like at a loss of anything. It was just more so my like I needed clarity on certain things. Because the sin behind that is like the lust of it, right?
That's right.
My mental's racing now because I'm like, dang. So is it? I'm basically asking. I'm like, dang. So is it like across the board, or is that like out of marriage? Because now that I'm locked in the marriage vibe, I'm like, am I allowed to like lust for Satira? Like, what's the vibes? Like, am I still not? Is it not the game? Like. Because that is the root of it. Like, what's the gauge here? I was confused.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, now we got to bring up the Sermon on the Mount.
On the Mount. Let's go.
But no, we only got 1 minute and 50 seconds. Yo, let's restart this on this topic.
All right, hold on. Let me close it. Hold on.
Okay, so you'll send me another link.
Yeah, I'll send you another link.
Okay, all right, let's do it.
Let me see. But no, yeah, we about to basically run that through because that's. Me and Satara was just talking about that, bro. Hold on, I gotta see who else was in this damn. Who else is in this damn cast? I wonder if we can start playing music on this junk, cause like that song that he talking about is so fire. It's so good. It's so good, man. I keep wanting to say it's James Hall, but it's not James Hall. Gain the World. Who is that? I feel like it's James Hall, though. Is it not? Oh, no, not James. Shouts out to Marissa. Um, let me see. Hopefully Kev didn't. You mean? Hopefully he did not change anything as far as his whatchamacallit. Who in this job? I thought Brittany would be in here. She asked me to send her the me. Asked me to send her the link. I'm gonna clip this on after the live's done, but I realized I ain't start recording it, so I gotta clip it after the live's done. So I probably won't post until I say tomorrow. I'll say tomorrow evening. It should be up tomorrow evening. The live's gonna be up on YouTube, but the audio's not gonna be up till later on. Alright, so I sent that to Kev. Now we just waiting on Border. Waiting on brother. Join in on this jump. Join in on this jump. Let me see. Where? Hey Kev, man. There you go. I definitely thought I admitted him. There you go. There you go, Chief.
Hey, can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. You're good.
Oh, okay. I just can't see myself. All right, you got the Sermon on the Mount?
I got the who?
The Sermon on the Mount.
No. I thought you were pulling that up. I thought that was your world, boss.
Oh, okay.
No, but that was just my convo on it with Satira and Jan. It was just like, dang. So it's like, what's the vibes? I gotta guess.
I'm with you on this conversation.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, Jess would you be able to edit out the beginning so I can go get Jess what she needs to get the baby down?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be back. 5 minutes.
I'll just talk. I'm here. I'm on the pod.
Okay.
But nah, man. But that convo is real though, yo. You watching this, John? It is a real John because it was like I had a question like, dang, is that like an addiction thing or like what's the vibes behind it? Cause it was like I know the game. Like if it's feeling like a need, brother, get some help. But like you just trying to get your means. Is it you mean? They got an order for him like it matters. All right, so less gluttony. What's the law? Issued by 1992, sloth is the culpable lack of physical or spiritual effort. Oh, so I feel like that's just laziness. I feel like that's laziness. Oh, that is laziness. I'm a jackass. Alright. Wrath, envy. Let's see how they do wrath. So, envy, pride. A lot of them Jones I got down pat. I guess it's just the lust thing. I feel like that's for everybody. That's their main thing to tackle. Like usually, I feel like usually that's what it is. It's got to be the lust thing. Cause that thing gonna grab you. That thing gonna grab you, boy. YouTube is not receiving enough. But this pod is going chilling now. I'm rocking with it. Thankfully, Kev was able to get on this jump. We shouldn't even start at the Zoom if he had to go do some, honestly. Yo, Zoom needs to get that shit together. Cause like I would have to pay like $200 to keep Zooming people for as long as I want for the year, which is fine. But it's like I would have to start Zooming a lot to make that worth it. To make that worth it, I'm setting up interviews night after night to make it worth it. Interviews or just like convos or pods or whatever. Night after night, I'm setting them up. Are you back?
What's up?
Nothing. I'm just waiting for you, Chief.
Yes, gotta get the bottle to the baby.
Yeah.
Got the bottle to the baby.
I feel you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Having babies is a thing, I'll tell you that. But porn. We're talking porn.
Yeah. That's what
clean segue.
That's
what right there.
About. Yeah, all right. Cool.
No porn for me. I'm telling you, I quit.
I did too. I posted on Twitter last night. Just last night.
Last night.
Yeah.
You're 1 day sober. Oh my.
On 1 day sober, man. I was like,
no.
I'll tell you why I quit. It was just like the question of like why I was there, and in my head, like for the longest time, it was like, oh, it's not really doing any harm. It's a healthy release. I'm thinking like guys will punch people in the face if they can't get that off. But at the same time, I'm like, I swear to God, at the same time, I'm like, yo, like, I don't think that that's the case. I don't think that I'm actually gonna punch somebody in the nose just because I'm not,
No, you don't do it like that.
Yeah. Hold on, I lost my background and I'm pretty upset with this.
I was wondering if you were in that same room because I see the Sixers. I was wondering if that was there.
This was all here. It was just blurred.
It looks cool, man.
How do
it looks cool like it. I like this background.
Oh, no, you hating because I had the blur working for me. And now you want me to stay here.
I am not hating.
Hold on,
I like the Sixers banner.
The Sixers banner? No, my room is, the setup is cool.
Yo, it would have been so much cooler. If Embiid got 76 points, that would have been legendary.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
Oh, man.
Easy. Well, he would have been too close to the Mamba.
Oh, yeah, too close. Can't get that. You get bit.
Yeah, for sure. But I stopped yesterday, Chief. I wonder how my life's gonna like change out now.
Dude, I'll tell you. Listen, it does in Sermon on the Mount. It says if you lust after another woman, you've already committed a sin.
Mm-hmm. Another which entails wifey is okay. So that was my question in a sense, because I'm just like, is it lust period or is it just lust outside of?
I'm pretty sure it's lust outside.
It definitely is, especially with that wording, because it's lust after another rather than just your main squeeze.
No, I think that's because if it's not that, then I screwed the whole thing up. Then I got to start from day one again. Me and you'll be in the same boat.
Oh, you talking about the Bible?
I'm saying if I misinterpreted it, then I'm not doing it right.
How many pages you in? How many pages need you in there?
On the Bible?
Yeah.
Well,
you say you were just doing the gospel, right?
There's the New Testament and the Old Testament. Mm-hmm. I'm like halfway through the Jefferson Bible. Gotcha. The Jefferson Bible of the New Testament.
Yeah.
Like a 3.5 hour audiobook. Okay. I'm like somewhere in there, like an hour in or something. Jeez. So far. And it's like just the stuff about it's like almost exclusively
about Jesus.
Kind of like words out of Jesus' mouth, pretty much.
Okay.
Whereas I guess the longer version has a lot of other stuff.
Man.
Yeah, how about you?
I started from the beginning, and half the first John was family tree.
Right.
I was pissed. And then I got the Sodom and Gomorrah, and then I'm like a little bit after that where I think it was Abraham's Bastard. Is that what I'm calling him?
Oh, I didn't. I think I'm right at the doorstep of Sodom and Gomorrah right now
Okay.
in the Old Testament. I don't think I'm there yet. What's going on with Abraham?
His bastard kid. They basically threw him to the wasteland. So him and his mom, they just out there. That's where I'm at right now. I'm pretty sure something else happened. Like he got like a kingdom and stuff like that, but he's just out there right now in the desert, going crazy. But it was
The
wild.
Bible throws stuff down. They just the Bible doesn't over explain things. That's
Which
what I
is
noticed.
good to me.
It just like
It says it and it's like there it is. So like the cool part about that is like me and Satara started from the top and it's like I'm telling her like if we start from the top it's fine. But we have to clear out everything. Basically like everything's gone. Everything we learned has to be gone. It's out of there. Okay.
Yeah.
So like when we're reading it, we got to read it with an open mind.
Right.
Like if it says this, okay, it says that. That's what it said right there. There's no it said that, but or this, but this, blah blah blah. Like no, there's no branching off right now. We're reading it straight to the face. Straight to the face. Let's learn it for ourselves. Let's go all in. And it's like
you got to just sit through all the
sit through
this kid and this kid had that kid and they had 10 kids and these are all their names.
Hey, now I don't remember the family trees. But the stories and everything that's coming out of it is like, okay, I'm getting the concept of it. So like the cool part about it is like when you reading it, like it's almost at the beginning like he made these demigods in a sense. That's like living like hundreds of years,
Right.
thousands of years, right? And then at a certain point it's how you know I'm a dickhead to a degree because like at a certain point it says in there that God was just like y'all living too long. Like he cut it in half. He goes, nah, nobody living past this age anymore.
Wait, when does that happen?
It happens. I feel like it happens once the Apple thing happens with Eve. Somewhere around there, because he gets frustrated like. Dang, why'd you do it? Like I gave you all this and you still went there. Now that you did this, you gotta live with the consequences that come with it. Like here it is, all here. It was somewhere after.
Well, somewhere after, because that was the beginning.
Yeah, it was somewhere after.
All those guys. Noah lived until like some hundreds of years.
Yo, and God was like, "Yo, that's it. After this generation, after this generation, I give you 120 at best. 120 at best. Yeah, I died laughing reading that, John. But then, like,
can you imagine living to
900
years old?
900. Call it quits. I want no parts of 900. No part. Oh, that's ridiculously long.
I'd live forever. Why
But no
not?
PlayStation. No PlayStation back in the day.
I don't play video games. You know that.
Don't. No bass. No bass guitar back in the day.
Oh, that's where you got me. All you gotta do is herd animals. You gotta herd animals.
Hey man.
And have like 100 kids.
You have to. That's your job. You work all day, every day. I don't want to work 900 years. That's insane.
You're ready to go to heaven by that point?
You better. You better. I better have a golden ticket stamped up. What do you mean? 900? I'll put in 900 of them Jones here. Yo, stamp me up there, please. But like that stuff, that's like hearing that was like, it was refreshing almost because it was like, it gave me the thought of like, dang. All right, so that you get to see how he really is, like his, like the vibe, because you always hear it like whenever someone speaks of like God or anything like that, you always hear it as if like it's like, oh no, these blocks are in place, your elbow touch it, runs. It's like nah, he's like nah, he get it, he gets it. It's just like, yo, like it sucks. It's like the tough love factor always factors in. But like as a kid, that's all you hear. So it's like, dang, bro, like if I spit, I'm going down. I'm down there with Lucifer. Like,
Oh, when you're a kid, that's all you hear. Because I got
it's not
okay.
as
So
it's not as all you hear. It's just very frightening. You can say.
okay, yeah. Well, when I was growing up,
Yeah.
my mom is Jewish.
Yeah.
I don't know if people know about what being Jewish means, but being Jewish means that you have a long line of Jews. It's like a genetic line
Okay.
because the Jews have been always kept pretty separate from the societies that they're in. Like in this society at this time in history,
Yeah.
the Jews are more integrated than ever.
Yeah.
Like right here in
Yeah.
America.
Facts. I
You
hear
know
you.
what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I had her and she
Why
married
is
my
that, Kev? Why do you
in
think that
America.
is? No, why do you think that is that they've been so isolated?
Well, Jews were always treated as like a kind of like downtrodden minority
That's gross.
that were only able to participate in certain industries and live in certain areas,
Mm.
and were treated different under the law a lot of the time. Not all the time. There's other situations like multicultural empire type situations,
Yeah.
like under the Ottoman Empire and everything. But short of going into history that I'm not an expert on,
Facts.
that's what I got for you. But anyway, the point is, so my mom and my dad is atheist, but came from a Catholic family.
Okay.
So I grew up in. She tried to make me Jewish in the synagogue.
Yeah.
Now in the synagogue, they didn't talk about hell and heaven, like almost at all.
Really?
Yep. And when I was exposed to Christianity as a young person,
Mm-hmm.
as a child, there was a lot of talk because it tended to be like funerals.
Yeah.
There was a lot of talk about heaven and hell, but my experience at Little Rock
Mm-hmm.
hasn't been a lot. I haven't heard a whole lot about. I mean, Pastor Mac hardly at all talks about heaven and hell.
Really? Let me see.
I don't think so.
I'm trying to think. Cause I feel like I feel like that conversation kind of shifted just all around because it wasn't what is it like the new approach. It feels like isn't necessarily like yo, you step on that crack, you going to hell. That shit, that's you going. It's more so like yo, we're not really trying to like push anybody to say oh fear or you here. You either here or you should be feared for your life, which is necessarily the actual conversation, but it's not like that's not going to draw. It's not drawing any souls if you like, yo, you burning up if you're not agreeing with me right now. That's kind of wild to say. To even like think it is crazy.
Do you think that's like the subtext though? That's
Yeah.
like
What
what
like the?
people, that's what people are really thinking.
No, I don't think that's what people are. I just think that like, well, as a Christian, like your belief is, unless you accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, then you will perish in a sense. So like that's the baseline of the whole thought of it. But I don't think that the message is being pushed of everyone's burning. Period. Like that message right there is like everyone's gonna run away. There's no way you're gonna like draw
But I
anything
think
in.
that used to work on people, right?
It works until it doesn't.
Okay.
It works until it doesn't. So it used to work on people, but now you're in a time where no, like the church. You hear Pastor Mac say it all the time. The church is going like this. It's sinking. I wonder why. I wonder why. Me personally, I don't think that message is honestly the most positive to bring people in because it's like, I don't know, man. It's just wild because you're putting it on someone's belief into something. Like I believe this with my whole heart, right? But for you, if you're like you say your dad's an atheist or whatever the case is, I'm not gonna go to him and say you're gonna burn unless you come with me. That message off the just objectively speaking.
Because he grew up Catholic. He went to Catholic school and
Yeah.
all of that.
Yeah, like just
So he knows what that message is. I think the only thing that
Yeah.
could get to him is the positive experience.
exactly. That's my point.
I only ever I quit Hebrew school because I didn't like that story where there was a multitude of stories that I didn't like. And this is blasphemous. I mean, like, literally by definition that I'm even saying this. But I'm saying because this is my truth.
What do you mean?
When I was reading that story where Moses goes, is it Moses?
Which one?
Somebody goes and destroys the idols in the Old Testament. You know the one?
I'm still reading, Chief.
I didn't get there yet.
I ain't get there yet. I'll let you know. I get there.
Where there's that one story where he goes and he destroys the idols in like the name of God, like, and
Okay.
I was always, I grew up in America just like you did, like religious freedom, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like that flew in the face of like kind of what I believed.
Yeah.
Like how is it a good idea to go and destroy somebody else's religion?
It's not.
I don't know.
I
don't know. That's what I thought at the time.
Yeah.
And then there's the other one that got me. There was two other ones that got me. Then there was the other one that was. There was the other one where I think it's Abraham. God, like, there's like an archangel or something who says to God, Abraham, isn't truly your follower. We need to like test him.
Oh, when
like tell him to go sacrifice his son.
Yeah.
You know the one, right?
Yeah. I just got through that one.
Yeah, and then he's going up the mountain, and then God's like, psych!
Yeet. Yeet. Oh. Yeah, I just got through that one. That's what I mean. It's like
it's crazy.
But the beginning of the Bible itself is giving me a sense of not to say that we can, but to look at God and go, dang. To just observe. Because, like, in a nutshell, it's like almost they're giving us a layout of him walking with people. He's walking with the people. He's in the garden. He's talking to them. He's doing all this. And it's just like the interaction there has already shattered everything I ever thought I learned as a kid.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, because it's like the interaction there says, oh, I could talk to him. Oh, wow. I'm allowed to have a question. Like, oh, this is crazy. I'm allowed to actually talk to him, have a question, try to figure something out. Like, there's a line where your faith is like, bro, you're not gonna understand this. You need to rely on that and fall on that. But it's totally fine to be able to say, dang, like, is that just? Is that whatever the case is? Just to have your own like thought about something. It's totally fine. Like there's a situation where like I told you, I was at Sodom and Gomorrah. Where
that one's wild.
But like I'm there and he's basically talking to Abraham, like telling him what he's gonna do to that village or that city or whatever.
Right.
And Abraham's questioning him like, oh well, what if you find one? You think it's just to find one? Like he's questioning him. And I'm like, yo, that's insane that he's even talking to him like this. How dare you? It's what I'm thinking.
Having a conversation.
And I'm like, yo, that's wild. And then like they spoke about him doubting Abraham and like
but then they literally negotiate on it, right?
They negotiate on it.
If you can find me even one soul, I will spare the entire cities.
Yeah. That city was gone.
Right? Isn't that what happened?
Yeah.
Isn't that what happened?
Yeah, but I mean, I think that's where I got lost that kind of because they found one who was basically, but I don't know if he was one. That's what gets crafty. Like they find Abraham's nephew. Abraham's nephew lives there. And the two angels come down basically to check out the city. That like I was like, I'm gonna go check it out, see if I find the one cuz for you. If cuz ain't there, it's gone, it's up. You mean? So like send the two angels down. The angels come down. They're getting threatened by the people in the city. And Abraham's nephew comes out and he goes like leave them alone. Like they're protected by God. Blah blah blah. Brings them into his home. Like the whole vibe. So he brings them in. Then he's like, please, I got to look for my I think it was either his son or his son-in-law, one or the other. One of them was like out in the city, so he's waiting for them or whatever the case is. They're waiting in the house, and then the angel's like, yo, you got to get out of here because, like, the city's basically threatening the angels. Like, we going to do stuff to them. I don't want to see it because it's so drawing. We gonna do stuff to them now. Get them out here. So the angel's like, yo, we gotta go. We gotta go. Get your family. Get out of here. So he takes his family.
It's like an action movie.
Yo, that's how I gotta see that in my head just to make it make sense. Like he's like, yo, we gotta get out of here. So he's like, get your family, get out of here. So Abraham's nephew get his family. They're grabbing him by his hands, like, yo, we gone. His daughters and his wife, I believe, dragging him out. They get out of the city. God burns the city because it's just getting hectic. Burns that John. His wife looks back. The angels tell him, don't look back. Please keep going. Wife looks back. So I don't know if that disqualifies her from being at least one, what was it, one holy person or whatever the case was. I forget what it actually said, but I don't know if that disqualifies her from the game, but she turns into dust immediately on the run because she looks back. They told her not to. She's turns into dust, right? Then it's just Abraham and his daughters, and both of them get their dad drunk and sleeps with their dad. Crazy. That's the wildest thing I said. When I heard that, I looked at Sarah like, you heard that? You heard what happened? No way.
Yeah.
No way.
That's when I got that. No, that's when the previous time I tried to read the Old Testament, not this most recent time, but the previous time.
Yeah.
I got to Sodom and Gomorrah and I was like, I can't read this.
No, I'm all in. So my thought process is like, dang, does that disqualify them? Like he's in a drunken stoop. Does that disqualify him? The whole vibe. Like in my head, I'm like, oh, did the guy lie to him, or is it like there actually was no one there? There actually was no one there. So like just me getting to that point alone, my mind is like I'm already all in and reading the rest of this, John. All in, Chief. All in, because it's wild. But no, our original point was the porn thing. That's our original point. But I am a day off, and like it was strictly because my questioning of like was it needed or anything. But I forget how we got there. But that's the gist of my reasoning for it. Gist of it.
Like all those porn websites, they're nasty. And you just wonder what those women are going through or not, or if
I never wondered that. First of all, I haven't been on the website and I don't know how long.
Wait, I lost you. What? Wait, you never been on what now? Say it again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
I said I haven't been on the website and I don't know how long, but I never wondered that. Never wondered why or what they were going through or anything like that. That's a wild thought process to go into, Kev.
I'm an empathetic person. Dude, you don't know that part. They might not really be. They might be desperate or in a bind or
definitely in a bind. Well, I'm not gonna say that.
I mean, there's people who do it on their own volition, like with fans and all that. Like there are people who do it.
Yeah, for sure.
But man, that shit's creepy.
Creepy to what?
What?
What you mean? What part is creepy?
All that shit's nasty, dude.
I don't think it's nasty. I'm just getting out of it. I'm getting out of it because of the lust that's in it. Like the sin part. That's why I'm challenging it. That's why I'm.
But don't you think that it's what? But if you feel that it is sin in order for you to participate in it, watching it, isn't it sin making it worse?
Well, the lust is the lust is sinful. But you said it was nasty. I think that's in the eye of the beholder.
All the Johns on there are like disgusting premises. Like you just see a little icon and you're like, oh, she's hot. But then they're like a stepmom and stepson.
Well, that's wild though. That's wild.
That's what they always do.
No, it's not an always thing. That's a legit category we talking about.
That's like the main thing.
It is extremely popular. I'll give you that. It's extremely popular.
But it's only popular because you're like, oh, she's got nice tits. I'm gonna watch that.
No, it's
You gotta edit this out.
it's not edited out. It's popular because majority of the watchers are weirdos. Yeah, absolutely. Who's paying for it? Weirdos. The regular dudes get it for free. That's what I mean. Like,
Yeah, but I think they get, I don't know, maybe they get ad revenue. Who the fuck knows?
I don't know how that business works. That business, I mean, it got to be bringing in people. I don't think it's bringing in that much paper because it's like millions of people involved.
It just made me feel disgusting and nasty. And honestly, it was.
Let me ask you this: is it because you got a baby girl now?
Oh man, don't bring her into
No,
this.
not in that not in that situation, not in that type of vibe. Kev.
I don't want to think of the two things.
No. I'm just asking because your mind changes after that, right?
No, your mind does change.
That's what I'm asking in reference to, not necessarily that.
Oh, now this is too spicy for the internet, isn't this?
No,
See, this is it's gonna be on the internet.
No,
The point that let me get to where I feel comfortable.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Listen.
Okay. Deep voice is crazy. Go ahead, Kev. You got it. It's all you, Chief.
That lust is bad.
The lust is bad. Yeah.
And then you're going around living your life like, thinking about this person, thinking, oh, I wonder what she's. It's not healthy. It's disgusting.
Yeah, the lust is bad.
I want to be not only pure and loyal to my wife through my actions, but through my thoughts as well.
Right.
And through, it's not just, it says it in the Bible. It's adultery if you even think about it. Now,
yeah,
I don't believe we have complete control over our thoughts.
Right.
So thoughts come into your head, but it's like a headline comes into your head, like fantasize about this person, and like it may have like a little picture in black and white, but you haven't clicked on it yet.
But here's where I think
you had a thought, but you said I'm not going to click on it.
Right.
And that's my whole thing. And that has to do with my own ability to be mature and to control myself. In general, gives me the ability to say this pop-up window that says, ooh, look at her tits right here. All you have to do is click. I'm not going to click. I'm going to not click that in my mind and on my computer.
Look at her tits. It's crazy. No. My thought on that though is like, yeah, you can't control your thoughts.
You can control if you engage with them.
Your engagement with anything that can lead to that. So that's what me and Jan was talking about yesterday, where it was basically like, I'm trying to grasp an understanding on like the lust thing for it. Okay. His and this isn't like too private where I can't share it. His basically wording to me is like, or his concept to me was basically like, if you know where it can take you, that's something you shouldn't be engaging in. So like for the most part, like I just said, like I'm staying away from porn for right now. So the whole thing about it is like, if I know that something can lead me to wanting to go look at it, then the sin is me even engaging in something that I know can lead me to go doing that thing, because it's leading me to it. But if
you're controlling your attention in a day-to-day basis,
exactly,
to thus protect yourself from these impurities ever even arising.
Exactly.
But
so that's
also,
what it is.
But also taking it a step further and being empowered to shut off those lusts, those urges, and say, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to pay attention deliberately to something else.
Hey, I'm gonna need all the work I can get, because this how far it would have to go for me. It would have to go for me not being able to even follow like Meg. That's a big ask. That's a big ask. Like for me to go unfollow Megan Thee Stallion on Instagram, I have to do that now. That'll be
You're
that's
saying you have to unfollow.
unfollow. Yeah,
Unfollow.
I have to unfollow immediately for me to stick to. Oh, this won't lead me into like doing something else. So that would be that's my because it's personal to everyone. Like it's something to me and it's something to you, but for someone else, like it may not hurt. It may not hurt Jeremy to be able to watch, and there's nothing there. It may not hurt him. That might not be his sin. That might not be his thing because it might not have the effect on him to where he needs to. It leads him to do something or leads him to do something else. You get what I mean?
Yeah, but whether or not it leads you to do something else.
Well, it's just to lead you into that sin.
It's like what are you nurturing in yourself by engaging in that activity?
Facts.
That's what I've been as an adult.
Facts.
Again, like having kids really has helped. Having a baby has really helped me to mature.
Yeah.
In thinking about things in terms of, is this behavior, where's it leading? Just like you said, I agree with it 100%.
Yeah.
And where is it? Is this a generative activity or is this degenerative?
Facts.
And that has to do with like my approach to my house as well. Because when I moved into this house, it was a catastrophe.
Really?
And it needed a lot of work. You see this room?
Mm-hmm.
This wall here was mold.
Oh, gross.
This ceiling here, let's see, was leaking.
Oof.
This floor was covered in piss.
Are you in your studio right now?
Yeah, this is my studio room.
Dude, why don't we record? What's the deal?
Wait, what?
Why don't we record? I'm trying to make an album.
Oh, I don't have a drum set or anything, but I could record in here. I could record bass in here.
I got the electric drums.
Yo, check this amp out. That's so cool. But we're running out of time here. Scott got 5 minutes. The point I'm trying to make is,
Okay.
And Jeremy tried to get me to understand this way earlier than it took me a long time to get it. It's like
What Jeremy? Your brother?
My brother Jeremy.
Okay.
It's like, at the end of the day, did you take a step forward or did you take a step backward? And it may be imperceptible to anybody but yourself. You have to hold yourself accountable to if you're walking in the right direction.
Facts.
And when it comes to like the kitchen, this is the easiest example. Like if you keep up on the kitchen and your kitchen systems are working, then you can cook. Then you can live in a clean area. If you don't, then you create dead spaces in your house. Junk starts to pile up, dishes pile up, and now you've created more work than it would have been if you just kept up on top of it.
Yeah.
There's always like a line, like to maintain stuff is going to take less time, and then if you procrastinate, then you go over that limit, and it's like now everything's taking twice as long because all that crust on your dish is now hardened.
Oh, gross.
How are you going to get that clean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's life. I apply that to my life in general, and I think that applies to the porn thing. It's like I don't want to nurture this lust.
Yeah.
I don't want to think. I want to have good relationships with women in my life where I view them as a whole human being that I care about, that I'm not sitting there fantasizing about and engaging in a sick kind of like fantasy.
Facts.
That doesn't help my relationships, and it's not fair to women, and it's not fair to my wife.
Facts.
That's my
big
on it.
That's the biggest. That's the biggest end piece right there. The wifey. That's where like.
Oh wait, I gotta tie it real quick. It creates a mess in your mind. I gave the kitchen reference. Try and take that metaphor over to your mind. If you're engaging in degenerative activities, you're creating dead spaces in your brain.
Yeah, facts.
Dead spaces where your brain's going, but it's fantasy and it doesn't lead anywhere good. It's just a sick loop that doesn't help relationships.
Bro, that's what I basically was saying when I was like, dang, I stopped. Now I wonder what's really going to happen for me. Like, what am I actually going to like be productive in? Because that space there is about to get refilled with everything else. So like I'm all in to where it's like, yo, I'm game for it. So it's not. I don't think it's gonna be hard for me to like just kick it. It's just like it was no reason for me to pre the conversation I had with Terry yesterday. There's no reason for me to like be like, oh, there's something wrong with that. Well, something wrong with me following that. It's not that there's something wrong with following it. It's just like it's gonna do me more harm than good. Like you were just saying, basically.
Yep.
So, like, yeah, bro. That's all though.
It's gonna have you engaging in activities, even just looking at an image of someone not even naked, but thinking
Facts.
about it that way. It's just a dead space in your brain. It leads nowhere.
Especially with like nowadays, like you don't even have to be thinking. And like women nowadays are just like showing everything. It's like, oh, he's
Turn
still
it
working.
off.
He's still working on my mind, bro. Working
Dude, I had to
on.
block people.
You had to block people.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm blocked. Well, here's the thing, bro. People I don't know, I'm like unfollowing and stuff. I'm gonna leave it at that. Have a nice day. Have a nice day, boss.
Yo, this was the craziest podcast you've had yet. I
For
think.
sure. Yeah. Especially
We're
the way,
talking about Donald
especially the way you
Gamora.
kept saying, big tits. Put it on a blackboard. Big tits.
This is why I don't go on the internet because
Oh
say
no,
shit.
Kev, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta
I'm
go
gonna be
on.
embarrassed tomorrow.
I got a couple clips I gotta take out of this joint. You know what's sad though? I didn't start recording. So no, it's not like last time. It's not like last time. It's on YouTube. So I just gotta pull it from YouTube. It just takes longer. So I can't get any clips until tomorrow.
Don't clip the part about the big tits.
I'm not clipping anything. Oh, you talking about like make it into a clip? It's
Yeah,
funny though. If it makes me laugh, Kev, if it makes me laugh,
Don't make me look stupid.
it won't make you look stupid. If it makes me laugh,
Yo, run it by me.
I was gonna say I was gonna send it to you first, just to make sure you're good. but
jeez.
I won't clip that to make you look stupid. If it makes me laugh, I have to. Oh my god! So cut Kev, bro. But anyway, thanks for listening to another episode of the EDC Podcast. I'm gonna have to call you or text you because they really cut us off. But like I said, we on every platform for podcasts, audibly, everywhere. Like as far as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, anywhere you want to get your podcast audibly, be there. YouTube, like I said, we live on YouTube right now, so you can watch the video on YouTube at the moment. I'm not going to take it down at the moment. I'm gonna just wait till it uploads fully. Then I'll download it tomorrow and send out the audio. So the audio is gonna be out on Saturday. That's February 3rd. It'll be out for you. The live is up on YouTube now, so it'll be up for you guys. I just can't clip it until it finishes, finish processing and everything. But appreciate y'all, man. I'm gone.